Celebrating Christmas, our third annual Christmas short film. I'm Brittany Benedict, one of the directors, and this is...
Damien Papagni, also one of the directors.
Yes, we both directed this movie. We just want to give a little quick intro before we start the film. So bear with us as we go through some information. But yeah, before we get started, just a little bit about the film. We directed Michael Huntington, my partner, and always boyfriend, creative partner. He edited and shot the film. Also had Aaron Bandy help out, and Derek Smith, and we have Kevin Shepard. He's new to our team. He wrote it and also was a tremendous help on the crew. We had Jacob Daniels, our #1 fan, come help and do sound for us, which was awesome. So just a lot of amazing people on the film. Not even getting into the cast because this film, the star is a child actor. So I mean, we had an amazing actor, and everybody who joined him on the film was awesome. And so we're just really excited to get to show you this thing. Damien, do you have any words?
I have words. Yeah, this was a fantastic experience. It's really interesting how these things happen. They happen with, 4 or 5 people in a room talking about something. And then it eventually evolves into an actual film like this. So the audience knows this is based on a true story. Yeah, I had some questions regarding the authenticity of Santa Claus based upon the incidents that happen in this movie. So I'll just leave it at that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We will come back here after the film. We'll have more of the cast with us. And if anybody has any questions or anything you want to talk about, we're more than willing to do that. But...
Don't go off yet. So yeah, like Damien said, we're gonna take 5 minutes after the film premieres to kind of just get our setup right, and we're gonna have all the cast and crew that's here come back into this room, and then we'll do a Q&A. We'll also talk a little bit more about what it took to make this film. Like Damien said, it started with like 4 of us in a room. Oh wait, he has something profound to say.
So basically, the way we make Christmas movies is like November 23rd, we're like, so we're going to make a Christmas movie this year? And then we absolutely smash it through. We get together and we write it, and then we shoot it, and then we edit it, and it's usually an unmitigated disaster. This year we took a little bit more time. We actually got somebody, Kevin Shepard, we all sat down in a room, and we kind of... Man, I'm telling you, the way these things happen is crazy. It's like, so who's got an idea? And then somebody says their idea, and everybody shoots it down.
A lot of arguing. Yeah, lots of arguing.
Yes, yep. And then somebody else has an idea, and everybody's like, nah, that's stupid. And then, like, eventually, though, somebody comes up with something, and they're like, that's not bad. And then we flesh it out from there. And we took a little bit more time this year, and I think it shows both in the finished product and the production value. So I love doing the Christmas movie thing. Like, I love Christmas movies. Die Hard. It's the best Christmas movie ever. There's no argument. A Christmas Story, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, which is probably the one I've watched the most this year. The list just goes on and on. Christmas movies are great. They're iconic, and they kind of last forever. And the beauty of it is like you're going to watch a Christmas movie, and then you're going to forget about it, and then next year you're going to watch it again. Because it has that certain little bit of magic, which is, as corny as it sounds, analogous to Christmas. Whether you believe in Santa or not, and so I do. Just saying. But whether you do or not, there's a certain amount of magic that comes with Christmas. It's about family, and it's about getting together, and yeah, Christmas films are where it's at.
Sorry to take the mic from you. But no, yes, and that is exactly why we do it, because we love Christmas movies, and I don't know who saw The Bright Side last year, which was our last year's Christmas movie. We love it. Good job, Damien. But this year, I definitely wanted to make this Christmas spirit like heavy. Like, this is the spirit of Christmas, and
Like more conventional.
conventional spirit of Christmas. So, and what I was gonna go into saying is how cheesy it was is making this film, and it's heavy in the spirit of Christmas, but just making it and putting up the Christmas decorations and making it with like all of our friends, and we made new friends and had Cooper and Andrew and all these awesome people on. I think we really felt the spirit of Christmas like coming into the season, just making this thing. So I'm really excited to show it off here soon. Don't worry, it's coming soon.
And from the like technical perspective of filmmaking, everything, this crew is fantastic, and we've been working together for a couple of years now, and basically our goal is every time that we do a film, it's better than the last one, right? And that isn't necessarily even based upon storyline. Obviously, people are going to prefer different storylines, genres, but as far as like production value and the editing of it, like Michael Huntington is unbelievable. Like, again, I don't even understand how this happens. Like, we write something, we get on set, we shoot it, and then suddenly it turns into this magical ball of awesome. Like, it's really incredible. And Michael in particular, but our crew in general, has just gotten better. Brittany and I, like, some of our last forays into filmmaking have been like, I've got a basic idea. You ready to wing it? You know, and then we end up on set and it's a little bit of a train wreck. And like this time we had table reads, and almost more importantly, Brittany and I and Michael got together repeatedly, and Kevin, repeatedly, and worked on like, okay, this is our shot list. So when we get on set, there's no ambiguity. It's like, this is what we're doing right here. Boom, boom, boom. Like, we shot this. How long did it take?
We shot it in 4 days.
Are you kidding me? In 4 days for
On Black Friday. Black Friday. So it was a very
not for nothing. Thanksgiving night, these guys and my wife Sabrina Papagni, I love you, baby. Went to the Airbnb that we rented and decorated, like basically Christmas threw up on this house, but it didn't like just happen organically. That was work by a whole lot of people. So it was that Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, like really 5 days to shoot a film of this quality. You got to be kidding me.
So I don't know if you guys can tell. We love Christmas. We love Christmas movies. And we love making movies.
We love making movies.
Together. So, like, let's just get to it. Let's premiere Investigating Christmas. A countdown? 5?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I've believed for so many years. Then it was the bike. That's when questions started and doubts followed. The time for answers is now. Who is Old Saint Nick? And does he even exist? I haven't told anyone what's listed here. It's a gift. The gift. The one I didn't ask anyone but Santa for. My mom wouldn't like it and my brother could not afford it. It's the coolest present a kid could get. If the contents of this envelope are under the tree, then case closed. Ladies and gentlemen, we're investigating Christmas.
I mean, Not that it was completely your fault.
Hey, what'd you get Mom this year for Christmas?
Oh, you know, the latest product from Nunya.
To fix the
Cool.
situation,
I got her a fridge.
I'm gonna have to ask
Fridge?
Yeah, so I could see her face light up when she opens it.
Hey, do you want to help with dipping the pretzels?
Can't. I'm meeting Anthony.
You sure? I thought you loved adding the sprinkles.
Josephine, come on. I'm too old for sprinkles.
What did I say about calling me Josephine?
Yeah, Ma, he's too old.
If you say so.
Looks a little bit dim in here.
Did you get to the mall yet?
No, I didn't. I'm sorry.
How old are you?
Gotta go.
He's too old, huh?
Let's get started. You said there'd be treats. Where are the treats? I'll be asking the questions. I just thought we were playing video games. Just the facts, sir. Now, what kind of cookies were always left untouched? What? On the plate. Left for one Mr. Kris Kringle. Oh, the peanut butter ones. And your dad hates what kind of cookies? Speaking of treats, didn't your mom make pencils? You asked for a PlayStation 2. What did you get? Dreamcast. And where was your dad working that year? Actually, my mom was selling Avon because my dad was laid off. Interesting. Look, I just thought we were hanging out. Just a few more questions. I'm out of here. I say when we're done here. You still want the treats? I got the treats, they're just right upstairs.
You gonna help or are you just gonna doodle the whole time? Careful with that.
It's fine.
No, seriously, you might catch tinselitis. And if you cut yourself,
No.
then... Come on.
I've searched the whole house for any signs of presence. Nothing.
Blaine,
Yeah, Ma?
can you take the cookies out in 5 minutes?
Okay.
And bring the basket down.
Sure. So far, the investigation is inconclusive. Anthony had nothing definitive, and it was pointless, just like it was with Christina.
I asked you for one thing. So what happened? You don't know? You were the only one here. And you didn't bring down the basket like I asked.
Why do I always have to have the answers and you don't?
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing.
Nothing. So this is all my fault?
The bike, Ma. How'd you know how much it cost?
Come on, guys, let's go. We're late. You gotta be kidding me. How could you just leave it laying around like that?
Yeah, come on, man. How could you?
That's enough. That bike cost $300 and now it's ruined. That's what this is all about?
Well, still? How'd you know how much it cost? So what? The jolly old man is sending you receipts now?
I'm not doing this.
Exactly.
Exactly. Look around. You could have burned the house down.
They're just cookies.
And it was just a bike. Go to your room.
Most would give up. Not me. This is the ace up my sleeve, the Rudolph that will guide my slate of answers. I hoped I wouldn't have to use this option. I'll have to lurk in the shadows. They hold the secrets of the mystery, the answers. Now, I just have to get there.
Hey, Mom, go to the mall.
Come here for a second.
Perfect. Of course, I wasn't thinking about you. Be prepared to be amazed.
I can see you. Get up here. Okay. What is it? What's going on with you?
Nothing.
Nothing. The notepad, the camcorder, this whole grand inquisition, the fights with Mom, the cookies.
They were just cookies. It's not the end of the world.
No? Josephine's famous Christmas sugar cookies? The ones she makes every year?
She can make more.
Yeah, but she shouldn't have to. What would Dad say about this?
This isn't about him. I'm going to uncover the mystery of Santa.
Santa? This is all about Santa?
More like the lack of Santa.
You're gonna spend your whole break on this. And for what?
Answers! What else am I gonna do?
You could try having fun with friends. You could frost some cookies with Mom. You could actually try to decorate the Christmas tree with me. You know, don't let Aunt Teresa pinch your cheeks. And do not, under any circumstances, pull Uncle Mike's finger. That's what it's all about, you know? That's the spirit of Christmas, you big frickin' Grinch. And plus, once you stop believing, that's when you get socks and underwear. And nobody wants that. Okay? So put your seatbelt on. I'm gonna take you home.
You don't have to do those.
I know. Sean is with Katie, and Anthony just left with his family. Might as well make a few of these dishes disappear.
Is this the return of... What was your name?
The Great Santini.
You really did put on a great show.
Spent so much time practicing. It was all I did that summer.
You entertained your cousins for hours with those card tricks.
But that hat, I just couldn't figure it out.
You got so frustrated.
Until you told me to just stop and enjoy the magic.
Let's just let that soak in.
I got in over my head. I uncovered things I wasn't even looking for, and I lost sight of what's important. It's not about Santa. It's not even about the presents. It's about... Hey,
So, I don't know what you told Mom, but whatever it
I
was.
didn't say
It's okay.
anything.
It's okay. I don't need to know. But I just came up to let you know. She's making some cookies. We're about to watch a movie.
I'll be right down.
Nice. I'll get the milk, okay?
That's what it's all about. Spirit of Christmas. Case closed. I wonder what it is.
Come on. You know what it is. You ready? Go.
Cool.
Hey, plaid this year. Nice.
Cute, right?
Come on, let's go put these on and watch the movie.
Then we'll take an Alfie.
Okay, that one wasn't bad.
Wait. Is this one for me? Yeah. Really? Another one, you guys? I love you guys.
Love you too, Mom. Sean, this one's for you.
You got me a gift? Wait a second. I think we missed a present. Ugh. This for you. Come on, you gonna open it? What is it?
I'll be right back.
Well, thank you
For what?
for whatever you said to him the other day, and whatever that was.
Honestly, I just told him to knock it off. I have no idea what that was.
A Red Ryder, carbine action, 200 shot range model air rifle with a compass in the stock, and this thing that tells the time. So yeah, that just happened.
Wet wipes? It's what I always wanted! They're flushable!
Alright, now be really happy.
Pull him into frame a little better, little noogie. Yep, Sabrina, walk back in, and I want you guys to stop. Right now, stop.
Sorry the little kid couldn't find his backpack.
Me? You're the one who can't leave the mirror without kissing yourself goodbye.
Whatever. Shotgun.
Hey!
I'm fine.
Hey guys, hope you enjoyed that. That was fantastic to watch. We watched it here on a big screen. Super cool. Yeah.
Okay, just stick around, guys, because we're gonna bring the cast and crew in here and do a Q&A. So, like, if you have questions for us, put them in the comments and we'll answer them. We just wanted to come on here and say we're gonna take a quick break, like a BRB, make some more room in here for everyone. So just please stick around, like 5 minutes, and we'll be right back.
Yeah, can you do it right?
Wait, is our audio live? Hey, we're here. Hello! We're here with the cast and crew of Investigating Christmas. We're here just to talk more about the movie. We're excited. A lot of us have seen it for the first time tonight. We're also doing a Q&A, so if you have any questions for us, drop them in the comments, and we'll answer them for you. But first off, let's just introduce ourselves. Like we've said and talked on and on, we're Brittany and Damien. We directed the movie. All right, who are you?
My name
Into the mic, Cooper. Into the mic. You got it.
My name is Cooper Gasper, and I played Blaine in this movie.
It was a pleasure, Cooper.
My name's Sabrina Papagni. I played Mom.
All right.
Derek Smith behind the scenes.
Oh, 1 second. You guys gotta turn on your microphone.
They are on.
They are? Awkward.
Uh-oh, audio issues. As per usual, we never get it right.
Independent film is
All right,
basically a
talk
train wreck.
Can you hear me now?
No, I can't. Do it one more time.
Uh-oh.
Can you hear me now?
I think so.
I like
It's
pizza.
a Verizon
All right, hopefully
commercial.
y'all can hear him.
Alright, what?
So, Derek Smith, I did behind the scenes filming.
Kevin Shepard, screenwriter on Investigating Christmas.
And Andrew Robertson, and I played Anthony.
Andrew Robertson, he played Anthony over here. So yeah, like I said, if you have any questions, put them in the comments and we'll answer them. Otherwise, we'll probably babble on about the movie. Damien's pretty good about that.
I'm so good at babbling.
I did see that Allie posted a question like right off the bat. Thank you, Allie. We love that you're watching. Maybe you're still around. I don't know. She asked what our favorite Christmas songs are. Mine might be a little controversial, but I love Baby It's Cold Outside.
You're about to get me too.
I'm with you. I'm with you on
I love
that
Baby
one.
It's
It's
Cold
a good
Outside.
one.
What's yours, Damien?
What's the one from Lethal Weapon?
Oh, jeez.
It's your favorite and you don't know it.
Anybody else?
I'm not
What was it
positive.
from?
What's your favorite Christmas song, Andrew?
Oh Santa and Santa Tells Me.
Okay.
Come back.
We're taking this very
back. No.
seriously.
This is serious. We're not playing around.
But yeah, I guess just to talk about, while people think about their very, serious answers, just to talk about the movie, like we mentioned, we make a Christmas movie every year. So in November, Damien, Michael, and Kevin and I all got together in a room and went over some different ideas. And like I said, I really wanted it to be like kind of kid-based, spirit of Christmas, have that innocence. Ooh, I just touched the mic. Because last year it was not innocent. So
The bright
this year
side.
I really wanted that. And then this is actually inspired by a true story. So I don't know if you want to talk about that. Hello?
So when I was 8 or 9 years old, my mom ran over my bike in the driveway and immediately got upset. Literally, it's what we filmed in the movie.
The
Yep.
flashback.
Yep, the flashback. She ran over the bike, she got out of the car, and then she got back in the car, and she's like, God damn it, that thing cost, I think at the time it was like $200. We adjusted for inflation. But
Then wouldn't the bike have been about 25 by your years?
yeah, it was almost free, really. But yeah, and I remember her saying it, and me at the time being like, interesting. Like, so how do you, like, are you in, because I had never, prior to that particular interaction, imagined that Santa and my mom were talking. You know what I mean? Where Santa was like, all right, listen, we put these 5 things on the Christmas list, but you do know it's like $450.
They're in cahoots.
Right.
They
So
really are.
when I'd also like to mention Sabrina's my wife, by the way. I just want to point that out. My lovely wife. She did such a good job for this. I have dragged her kicking and screaming into acting. And it's largely because she's really good at it. So
Well, thank you.
I'm just saying. Yep. Scoring boyfriend points.
All the boyfriend
Literally
points.
what I'm doing.
Well, we do have our first question. We love Sabrina. Many of the Christmas decorations on a set were Sabrina's. She could really throw up Christmas everywhere. So our first question is for Kevin from Frank. This being your first script filmed, what was it like working with this group of people? It was awful, wasn't it? You hate us. You're never coming back.
Be careful.
No.
No. Go ahead.
I don't know if my mic is working, so I don't know what to say. I'm just kidding. No, it was a great time, guys. Just to go through the process and like a little bit of history for me. I don't know what you want me to do.
Closer to mine.
Oh.
Oh, no, you're good. You're good.
Yeah. Okay. So like I started screenwriting like 7 years ago, and I just got the idea of like, what is it I need to do now? What are the next steps for me? Where do I go? And so I stumbled across the Indie Social podcast, and it was the episode that Damien did when they returned from their hiatus. And so I reached out to Michael, we talked a little bit, and just in the conversations we had, I kind of got included in the early stages of the Christmas idea. And then we just sat together, and again, like going through everything, everyone had their strong points and their strong suits. And what made this film like above and beyond what you'd expect, everyone was also open to ideas in their expertise. So although somebody might have been the director, if somebody said, well, what if you look at it from this angle or that angle, they were open to it. Nobody ever got anything shut down. Everybody was just open to communication, and it was a great process, a great set. Everything was amazing. Like, it was a really good time.
Thanks, Kevin. It was a good time, and I think that is like one of my favorite things about the film is that we each have like what we wanted to incorporate. Obviously, Damon with the bike story, but even like Cole says, don't pull Uncle Mike's finger. Well, he has an Uncle Mike, and we did a lot of that throughout. Like, I think Josephine is your mom.
Yep.
Her name was Josephine in the film. Andrew played Anthony, the friend. Michael's best friend is Anthony. So we did a lot of that throughout the film, like what's important to us. Go ahead.
Which, by the way, was super awkward having my wife play my mom. So, like, for the week of filming, I just told her,
about it.
I was like, I'm sorry, baby, no sexy time. It's just weird. I don't know what to tell you. But no, honestly, I can't wait for my mom to see this film because her and I talked recently, and I didn't like make it real clear that this was kind of the catalyst for the beginning of this story. But I did like, hey, Ma, you remember, back in 87, I bet that's when it was, when I realized, so I reminded her of this. Also, if you watch in the film, in Blaine's room, there is an Attack of the Killer Tomatoes poster. That was a huge thing in our childhood. Don't ask me why. It's a terrible movie. But me, my mom, my sister, we all loved it. So I went out of my way to get that poster to put up there. And not for nothing, in several of the scenes, it's figured prominently.
Well, and they would routinely break out into the Attack of the Killer Tomatoes song is part of the lore that I have heard. Also, his mom helped coach me on how much she yelled at him regarding that running over the bicycle element. So, definitely helpful.
I have another great question, and I'd like to go first. What was your best memory from behind the scenes in the movie? I have a few, but I'll just say one is on a movie set, we have limited time. Everybody's volunteering their time, so we want to be really respectful of everybody's time and run a super efficient set. So a nice way of putting it is we get stressed out and we get upset with each other and angry. And
I know where you're going.
and so sometimes, and then actually Cooper's brother asked this question. Sometimes we have to stop and take a moment and say, hey everybody, let's go around the room and say our favorite things about each other. Mind you, I'm directing this movie, I have a binder, I'm like doing so much for this movie, not to try to lift myself up, but I'm like running around doing all this stuff. We go around the room, everybody's like, Brittany, you're so organized, yada, yada, yada. We get to Cooper, and I'm like, Cooper.
No, this is great.
I also also am in charge of like getting the food for everyone. And so we get to Cooper, and we're like, Cooper, what's your favorite thing about Brittany? And he's like, I don't really know you very well, but you order pizza pretty good. And I'm like, out of the 4 days of filming, like running around, the one thing he noticed is that, hey, that girl brought in the pizza. I will never
Food's
forget that.
important.
To be fair, there is little as important as the pizza provider.
That's my favorite memory. What's your favorite memory?
My favorite memory was, it's kind of a compilation, was first of all, Aaron Bandy, who ran the camera for quite a this. God, it's crazy, man. I love this kid, but there's nobody that I enjoy busting his balls more. So I got to just tear him up repeatedly throughout the course of this. Totally enjoyable.
Well, just not to like come in, but I think we both talked about this, and I said this, like, filming is always very stressful for us. It's never a good time. We usually end filming by saying, like, why do we even do this? We never have fun. But I will say this. When we finished the first 2 days, it was Black Friday and the Saturday after, we legitimately sat down and told everyone, like, this was the best filming experience. We actually had fun. I mean, so I know it's cheesy to say, but the whole thing was just amazing.
And it's not cheesy because, it is. But if you look at it from a technical preparation standpoint, this is the film that we put the most pre-production into. That's my bad. Me and Brittany have co-directed before. However, some of the other films that we've done, we were both not present for some of the pre-production stuff, and it led to like, what are you talking about? What do you mean? What are we doing next? And we made a real effort on this one. And again, this is less about the fun stuff and much more about like the technical aspect of it. Me, Brittany, Michael, Kevin, we spent hours figuring out and dialing in exactly what was the next thing to do. And I do feel like as unsexy as that is as it relates to filmmaking, what it ended up ultimately being is when we got on set and it was like, all right, scene 2, shot 5. Everybody knew what we were talking about. And, being like, what did this movie cost?
Trade secret.
I'm just saying, like, and
Upwards of like
Priceless.
all right. So my point is, this movie cost about $1,000. Not for nothing. Most of which was footed by Brittany and Michael. Just saying. But yeah, this is an incredibly low budget film. So my point simply is that we were like constantly like, okay, what's the next thing we're doing? Like, okay. And because we put so much effort into the pre-production, it made it so that we weren't quite as miserable as we usually are when we're shooting a film.
Well, that kind of goes back to the communication, the generosity, the flexibility of the cast and crew, willing to do other things when it needed to be done instead of like, that's not for me to do, that's somebody else's job. There were so many people just diving right in to get this done and get it accomplished. So it goes back to that too.
What was your favorite memory?
My favorite memory?
Yeah, we gotta go around.
I know.
He's got one.
I don't.
Here, go in, Derek.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I think the funnest and coolest thing for me was to see one of my son's talents actually come into play behind the scenes because they wanted a Rubik's Cube for a prop, and those of you that know Joe, he has more than one, and we brought it to set. They had it for a couple days, and they mixed it up and everything, and me and Joe show up to help do some of the cast and crew stuff, and then Joe solves it in like record time. And then we had to mess it up again because it couldn't be solved for that scene, and then just played around with that a lot. And so that was really cool to see Joe, just being there to help out.
He's a wizard.
He's a wizard. But no, just to see him there to help out and then also kind of entertain the crew. Because I think him and Cole, they chatted for a while, and he kept them busy and stuff. But yeah, the Rubik's Cube was definitely a fun little anecdote on set.
Definitely. Was that yours?
No.
Okay, go.
I'd say my favorite behind the scenes is when we were doing the van backing over the bike, and that road we were doing on, just random cars flying up and down. And when they called action, we all backed away. Everybody went off to the side onto the grass, except Michael, who decided to walk backwards into the street, not paying attention to any of the cars flying by. That was probably my favorite scene. I have no idea how he did not get ran over.
It could have been an incident.
Cooper, do you have a favorite memory?
I do.
Okay, get up in there.
My favorite memory from behind the scenes was constantly doing the stunt where the car would stop and I'd fly. I loved that so much, and it was so fun to do that.
Really? Because I thought you didn't love it.
Oh,
I felt like you didn't love it.
get out of. Okay,
I
so.
remember you being like, again.
No, that's awesome. Because listen, as an actor, I'm very much like, throw me off a building, light me on fire. Like whatever we got to do to get the shot. Like particularly in independent film, that's what it comes down to. I don't have stunt doubles, we don't have a lot of time, and we don't have a lot of special effects. So there's like stuff you just got to do. So to hear you say that like that, like you're going far, kid. I'm telling you. To hear you say just like, and it's funny because I was the one that was in the car for that, and we did it, and I was like, nah, let's hit him harder. You know, and the fact that you were like, yeah, whatever, that's cool, awesome.
Yeah, I think it was just you having to climb up into the front seat that wasn't the fun part. Get up in the front seat every time. Anybody else have any favorite memories? One of mine is, or I don't know, or this is just me being gracious or grateful for everyone. I remember someone at some point, I don't know, asking like, oh, what's it going to be like to work with kids? And it was something we were worried about because our main character is a kid who's on every single page of the script. And it's like, we got to do this in 4 days. They got to memorize everything and just like work forever. And we had never worked with kids in this capacity before, and that's just one of the things we're very grateful for is for Cooper and for Andrew, because I think we allotted a lot of time because we're like, oh, we're working with kids, we're gonna have to do a lot of takes, and who knows what's gonna happen. And like honestly, these two just showed up on set, and like especially Andrew and especially you two, but like coming and like nailing it. Like I think we scheduled like 3 hours for the scene with Andrew, and they just did it. They just went down there like 45 minutes, nailed the scene, like just so impressed. And obviously maybe we underestimate, get the high five in, because like it was so amazing. And not only that, like it's one thing to like read the script of like a kid's voice in your head, and but just there is something that like these two especially, and just kids in general, can bring to a script, like bring it to life. Like we could not read it together and it's like it needs to be in your voice, and it needs to be in your voice for it to be brought to life. Like no one can do, like no adult can kind of do what you two did and for the story, and it was amazing. And like 100% recommend working with kids more often, because not to call you kids, what are you guys, like preteens? I don't know.
No,
but
they're listen, I'm
no, I'm not.
I'm 45 years old. You're kids.
Yeah,
I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'm not.
Sorry. Working with toddlers is amazing. It was awesome.
So on to that point, our entire cast. I've showed up on set before personally as an actor and not had my lines down. That's embarrassing, but it's true. I've showed up on set and had people I was acting with not have their lines down. There wasn't a single person in the course of this that didn't know what they were doing. Like Cole, the guy that plays the big brother, that guy's amazing. Like, I don't like him. He's from Canada. But, I'm playing. But I'm saying, like, man, one of the best compliments you can ever get, because I've done a fair amount of acting, not the last couple movies I've done because they've been Hallmark, and look at me. But yeah, I've done a little bit of acting, and the best compliment that you can get is to have another actor, director, producer, anybody be like, I'd work with you again. You know, and I can safely say that about everybody that was on this set. I don't know. If you know my wife, you know there's a bit of type A going on. So, like, she had lines nailed, you know, almost as soon as we sent her the script. This kid, like and Cole, like, again, I can't say enough about that guy. Again, I hate him. He's Canadian. But everybody on this set, like, there was not, we didn't have to do extra takes because people weren't nailing their lines. And it's interesting going from acting to directing. Like, as a director, that's the coolest thing ever. Like, as an actor, whatever, we do another shoot. You know, we have another take, but as a director, awesome.
Yeah, and just like, I know I have so much love to give to everyone. Cooper, obviously, and Andrew, but yeah, Cole isn't here. Cole played Sean, and just to give...
He's a jerk.
Oh my God. Just to give some love to Cole, like, Cole, you were amazing. Cooper brought a super specific type of spirit to the film, and you brought this other, like, super amazing spirit to Sean.
Like adult juvenile. It was awesome. Like, you're an adult, but you're like just a giant, funny, charismatic, silly dumbass. And that's not an insult. You know what I mean? Like, that's exactly the character we wanted. I didn't know anything about Cole. You know what I mean? He was like Michael's buddy from Canada. Like, really? Could you get a worse recommendation all the way around? Just saying. But yeah, man, that guy showed up. And here's the thing I loved about Cole. Like any good actor, he had advice or he had an opinion about how something should be shot. And we would be like, cool, what do you think? And then he'd do it and we'd be like, nah, that's bullshit. And tell him to do it the way we told him to do it because we're the director, and he would just do it. Like, he was, the guy's an absolute pleasure to work with, and if any of you guys tell him I said that, I'll deny it.
But at the same time, like, he'll listen to what you say, but also it's like, I know Cole personally, obviously, but, like, I also trusted him so much with the character that I'm like, I don't even need to pay attention to you. Like, you are Sean. Like, and a lot of what Cole did in that film was improv. He added a lot of his own, his evil, maniacal giggles everywhere. And, like, he just killed it, and we love him.
So, let's see. First of all, Emerson, thank you for watching, man. Appreciate you. Yep, it's really cool to see you support your brother. The kid's great, you know. Let's see. Kim Reed, my question is for Cooper. Now that you've acted in a film, which do you like better, filming or live? Hold on one second. Cooper's done a fair amount of theater. So it was definitely interesting, I think, for him to make the transition between theater and film. And I will let you answer that question.
Cooper's a star.
I definitely think filming is better in my opinion because I love seeing behind the scenes, like messing up and stuff like that.
Dish of beer.
Hold on again. Anyway, also like if you mess up while filming, you can just do it again, and that makes me a lot less nervous when filming instead of being on stage in front of a lot of people. You can't mess up. Yeah, one shot.
Yeah, it's funny. Me and Cooper talked briefly before this shoot, and I was like, you know, you've been in theater. He was like, yeah. And I was like, bro, this is cake. Like, honestly, because, I've never done theater. I can't sing, I can't dance, and I can't remember lines, so there's no way I'm doing theater. But yeah, theater is much more like, bro, you get one chance. And if you do screw it up, you better fix it in the moment. So I had no question that if we give you 3, 4, 14 takes, that it's going to go well.
Like, what's good about the other? Like, I think it's her. Like, if you mess up, like, everybody makes mistakes, right? So, like, if you mess up on one of your lines that you have to memorize, like, the audience doesn't know your lines. So, like, if you mess up, you can just roll with it and, like, act like you didn't notice it and just play it cool because they don't know your line, so they can't tell you that you messed up without giving you the correction.
And the last, next, hey, Jim. Yeah, I'll work with you again too.
I love that you call him boss.
Yeah.
He really needs that for his ego.
No, I don't need it, but that's like, me and Jim Brockhan. Brockhan? Yeah. We worked in a gangster movie together. It was awesome. Like, you can say whatever you want, but.
What is everyone's favorite Christmas movie? Frank Shepard asked.
Before we get into that, sorry to interrupt you,
Whoa!
Mom and Dad. I know, it's my mom and dad, dude. We gave love to Cole. We've talked to everybody here. I think one thing that, like, kind of behind the scenes, it ties a bunch of these questions into play. After you write the script, after you get on set, you make your marks, you run your lines, you get the scenes done, and you finish up. Every minute, every second gets put in, like, a big bin that Michael has to organize. And everything we did, all the time we spent, and everything, there's a big behind-the-scenes player, and that is Michael Huntington. He put all of it together in the end, laid it where it should be. I saw him work his magic. It was blinding. I can't tell you enough. Nice work, buddy.
Yeah, you can film all you want, but
The reason you don't see him tonight is because he's running the stream. Like, does he stop?
Well, and you can film all you want, but unless you have somebody to edit it and put it all together, and he works closely with you guys to make sure it's what your vision is, but it's just like you need that technical talent in order to actually produce a film. It's amazing.
I'd like to expound on that. Yeah. What further brought to my attention the importance of Michael was you. When we were talking about it's crazy, man. These things start, and all movies start like this. They really do. From like the $100 million budgets to the things that we do, it's like a bunch of people in a room with hey, how about we, But ultimately, after you get everything shot, God, what is it? Like an hour of filming for a minute on screen. Like it's something like that. Like it really is. So yeah, without Mr. Huntington, yeah, Michael's the best. I want to punch him in the face sometimes, but yeah, come on over here,
Thank you. You guys.
Don't touch the mic. Don't touch the mic, bro. You told us not to touch the mic.
I'm gonna leave.
No.
Okay, I just want to say that starting in filming when I moved here, didn't know any of this existed. I could never imagine in a world where I could be in a room full of people who all have the same sort of goals when it comes to making movies. My whole life I wanted to make movies. So, and I know it was happening in Iowa, right? Who would have thought that people make movies in Iowa? Moving here, finding the Iowa film community, and then being able to be friends with Damien. And then from there, we made a shit ton of movies. Hold on.
To be fair, Michael discovered me. So.
Right. Well, I did. When he gets famous, I'll take 10%. Second thing, and then I went on, meeting Derek, and that was awesome. And meeting Sabrina, and then Kevin's the new guy, essentially, that kind of came along, and we now have what we call a film family. And over the years, it's kind of gone down and gone up, and we always have our peaks and valleys, but it's really cool to have a group like this every year come up with a project that we get to show people, and it's really a dream come true. And I know it's not Hollywood, and it's nothing crazy, but it's also dreams that I could have never imagined, or I only imagined, truly. So I love all you guys. Thank you for being here. Continue the show.
By the way, Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Yeah, okay. So listen, I wanted to address this Literally, my favorite Christmas movie is Die Hard. I don't know what to tell you, because Die Hard is 100% a Christmas movie.
It's not the holidays until I see Hans fall from Nakatomi Tower, okay?
It's all I'm saying. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go around the room and get everybody's input as it relates to what's the best Christmas movie. But the best Christmas movie is Die Hard.
My favorite is It's a Wonderful Life. It has to be in black and white. And Jimmy Stewart is amazing. I love him so much.
Just let it go.
Cooper?
Elf.
Really?
The complete opposite of
Yeah,
It's a
it
Wonderful
is.
Life.
Oh yeah.
Every single gamer tag of every single game that I play has something to do with Elf.
I like Elf.
It's also because I was in a play with my mom, a musical with my mom.
What?
That was Elf.
Will Ferrell, yeah. It's so great.
What did you say?
Yeah, what's yours, Andrew?
Home Alone.
Home
Oh, that's a good one.
That's
a good one.
That's all right. Home
I just watched that
Alone.
the other day.
I watched the new one, Home Sweet Home Alone.
Oh, did you like it? Okay.
Yeah, I liked it. Me and my brother watched it like a few days ago, but I preferred the one with
Macaulay Culkin?
Yeah. What'd you say? But yeah, I prefer it.
That's my mama.
I think for me, I would honestly have to go with an old classic of How the Grinch Stole Christmas, because that also goes back to
Cartoon one, right?
No.
yeah, like the old school Dr. Seuss. Let's take it back. Because that also just spawns all those other stories that you don't think that you might be a villain in someone else's story, but you're not in yours. Like everybody does have their own story, but even as negative as your story can be, you can turn it around and you can ultimately be the hero. So I really did like that when I was growing up.
I love, my favorite is the Jim Carrey version.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You stole my movie.
Oh yeah, favorite.
How the Grinch Stole Christmas with Jim Carrey?
With Jim Carrey, straight up.
That's my favorite.
So good.
I love that
asked my
one.
mom to watch it, like when me and my friend were hanging out, but didn't happen.
Well, you still got time. You still got time.
Yeah.
Oh, and the night before.
No.
For Christmas? Yeah.
No, with Seth Rogen.
Oh, the night before.
All right.
That's funny.
Where all the friends have their holiday tradition of hanging out because to make their friend feel better. So.
Well, actually, this question, favorite Christmas movie, Michael's is A Christmas Story, which kind of goes into, obviously, I hope you caught it at the end. Blaine receives a Red Ryder BB gun, and clearly that is.
Blaine, do you still? Or sorry, not Blaine. Cooper, do you still remember what the rifle's called? Can you say it?
Yeah, can you still say the
No.
Red Ryder with a compass? So obviously at the end of the film, we wanted to kind of make sure, like, yes, Santa is real, and like, what kind of gift can we give that everybody will recognize, that we don't have to really talk about in the film that much because it's a short film, we don't have time. So what is like the gift that everyone asks for? And so we definitely went through with Michael's favorite Christmas movie, A Christmas Story, and went with the Red Ryder BB gun. Thankfully, you can buy those like in vintage packaging at Walmart. And we premiered this movie to our coworkers today, and immediately when they saw that package, they were like, "Oh, it's a BB gun!" So it was like, oh, it just felt so good that we chose that, and it paid off like that. So just
Also
a
a
fun
skateboard
fact.
too. That would work too.
A skateboard would have worked. You're right. But yeah, so Michael's is A Christmas Story.
You will shoot your eye out.
Let's see. Are there? Oh, there was another question. Jake up here. He said, "Did your mom throw the bike as far as you did?"
Did she eat it?
Yes, my mom threw the bike. My mom was so mad because you have to understand, like, at this particular time, my mom was not wealthy. Like, to get me that bike was a big deal and a sacrifice. And my, 9-year-old ass didn't didn't care for it properly or appreciate the sacrifice that was involved. So she was mad. And my mom, I didn't send her a link to this. She's like 65. The Facebook thing, not so much. So I'm going to have to email her a link to this. But when she sees it, she's going to love it.
We got a question from Christy Wise. Did you guys already answer that?
What is it?
No.
Oh, no, it's for Kevin.
Yeah, so of course we didn't answer it. It was for me. I'm just kidding.
No.
no.
How hard was it to take someone else's ideas and bring it all together?
Yeah, so this is from my sister. She's been reading all of my stuff. She's been my reader the whole time. Everything I've ever put to paper, she's read it. And so she's always getting all my original ideas. And when I started talking about this, she, even asked me then, like, well, how are you going to do it? Because this isn't all your idea. And it kind of goes back to something that me and Michael and Brittany have talked about is I feel that in writing, one of my strong suits is world building. So you can, address me with, we want this to happen, but it can't have this, and it needs to have these, because one big thing was this had to focus on this story, which was perfect. It was a great idea and a great way to add it. And then what did everybody absolutely want to have in the film? And then what did we not want? No phones was like the number one thing across the board. No phones on screen. I mean, the time frame we were kind of putting this together for, we just needed to go through that list. And once I had it, I just created a world in which all of this could exist, and then we just laid it all out. And that was one of the, kind of leads to one of the biggest things that I never worked with Damien in regards to that. We met once for the first time when we did the initial brainstorm. And then I was so nervous, because as a writer, you're nervous anytime anybody reads your stuff. And so now I'm coming into this new group that is established. I mean, like Michael said, you guys have put in time, you've made films and movies. And so here I am being like, I hope I did okay. And when they read it, the first time we had 11 pages, and Damien rushed in the door. He's like, all right, let's get through this. We sit down and we read it, and he's like, all right, I'll be back. And he went outside. Then he comes back and he's looked at me in the face. I'll never forget this, because he said, I drove all the way here to poke holes in whatever script you put in front of me. You made my job impossible. This is a lot of good stuff here. So from that point on, I knew I was onto something. So yeah, we did a good job, fellas. We did a good job. Ladies, nice work.
So to piggyback on that, so the worst job in film is being a writer, right? Because like Kevin put so much work into this, and there were times.
Silly, right? Don't like that line. Why would I say that line? That seems what? Why?
Right. There were times during pre-production and filming where like there was actually a point where I was like, nah, that line's bullshit. I don't like that line. And Brittany was like, Kevin can hear you. But one of the great things about Kevin is it's not about Kevin. You know what I'm saying? Like, he understands from a writer's perspective that, like, listen, the director and, the progenitor, for lack of a better term, of the idea has a particular vision. And if exactly what I put down isn't perfect, fine. Like, Kevin, I guess all I'm saying is Kevin never got his feelings hurt. And that takes that takes a strong guy to not at various points be like, God damn it,
That's fine. You keep your car on the way out.
Right. Yeah. I've loved working with Kevin. I mean, I love working with the whole crew, but yeah, Kevin has been like fantastic.
Not only that with the script writing, but you helped with setting up, you helped with tearing down, like you went above and beyond what was asked of you. It was super great to have you on set.
You did awesome. Yeah, you did awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's like one of the number one things you can ask for, and that's kind of like the people were like rushing into our group is like not getting your feelings hurt. And like I will say that 100%. That's like one of the things I valued in Damien so much is like it's almost, I'm getting to the point of where like I almost don't, never compliment him, like because he can take criticism so well. Like he in criticism or anything like that is always just, it's always for the better good of the project. It's never meant to be personal or anything like that. And I think if you can not take things personally and just know that it's for the greater good of the project, that is amazing. And like we're just finding a bunch of people who can understand that, and that's why I love this project so much, is that it was such a collaboration like never seen before. Like we've all said, it was like 4 people in a room, like just yelling at each other. Kevin never yelled at anybody. He'll get there. He's new. He's new. He'll get there. But it's just like, it's amazing when like you can have such a heated session, because that's what it takes. Like you gotta get heated, you gotta find your hill, you gotta die on it, and it's gonna get heated, and you gotta find people who understand like, hey, it was part of filmmaking, and it was like, what, we still all love each other, and we love making movies.
So yeah, I want to add to that. There's been times with Brittany and I, particularly on this project, where like we've had like a vicious disagreement, and at like 2 o'clock in the morning, one or the other of us will send a text and be like,
Hey, you okay?
"Hey, are we good?
We good, right?
Are we cool?" But to her point, the beauty of like what we've been doing is there's zero ego. There's no ego. It doesn't have to be my idea. You know what I'm saying? I want it to be the best idea. And occasionally the best idea happens to be my idea, but not all the time. You know, like, and again, I'm fine with that. Like the amount of times we, me, Michael, Kevin, Brittany, have Derek, my wife, like, I mean, the whole crew have sat in a room and been like, you know, blah, 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 blah. And somebody has been like, well, actually, the best way to go is this way. And, you know, like Brittany and I have like final authority because we're the directors, but it doesn't freaking matter. What matters is like, oh, yeah, that is the best idea. Like all I want is the best idea. It doesn't have to be mine. And I feel like the entire crew I work with feels the same way. And that's why we put out awesome shit like that movie. It really is. It's a good film. And listen, I mean, if you look at me, you may ascertain that I'm not much for Hallmark movies. But yeah, this was incredibly well done, and it was completely collaborative.
Well, just to throw some more love out, Jake Daniels, Jacob, Mr. Boom Man, Boom Muffin. Oh yes, Jake. He called himself Boom Muffin. I got you. Just wanted to say a big thanks to him. We had never worked with him before, but he's always a big support to us on the Indie Social podcast. Yep, the sound guy.
Dude, he's super attractive. I'm just saying.
Someone said it. Just a big thanks to him. We needed sound last minute.
So hot.
Okay, just keep adding those in every few seconds. And so just a big thanks to him for stepping in last minute to come hold the boom pole and do sound for us. And not only that, obviously, but like he just like showed up and was like, what can I do to help? What?
Super hot!
Oh my God. And was there for us when we needed him. And just we're just super grateful that he was able to come out. And hopefully we can work more. Right here, dude, is what he said. But we're super grateful to him, and hopefully we can work together again and help him on his project.
Like, how often do you get somebody that does an awesome job and is easy on the eyes? You know what I'm saying? Like, his hair was amazing. That's all I'm saying. Hey.
Oh, he thinks you're cute as hell too, Daniel. That's so sweet. Don't feed his ego. Don't feed it. But also something about Jake is like, we're like, dang, if only we had this cord. And he'd be like, oh, I got that cord. He was literally there to do sound. And
He was like the Swiss Army knife of sound guys.
we'd be like, oh, if only we had a monopod right now. Oh, I got a monopod. It's like, oh my God, he was awesome. And he's actually he's coming out with, we believe in you, Jake. You can get it done. He's coming out with his own Christmas film, Santa Baby, coming soon, before Christmas, because we believe in you. So I think everyone should check out that too. Yeah, so we're excited to see that. One last.
No, just I wanted to reiterate, he's beautiful. And then, like, it's weird, man. All sound guys never say anything. It's just really odd. It's, just the quietest, nicest, anything you need type of guy, which is cool. I like cool people, but ultimately what matters is the guy did a great job, and he's handsome.
Thank you, Mom, and my brother for watching. Love you.
Oh, thank you to Brenda and Sean for watching. Sean, the character of Sean, named after Michael's brother. We all have our personal touches in there. I want to thank you. I want to thank you to Derek. He's our go-to guy, man. Like, he will show up for anything. We can depend on him. He's credited. Oh, get out.
He's not much to look at, but yeah.
I think he has a beard anybody could be envious of. I'm just saying. But Derek is credited for BTS on this, and like, yes, he did run the BTS, but I mean, if you know Derek, he's there. He's gonna set up a light. He's gonna go outside in the cold. Anything you need. He's just a freaking cool guy. I know, like, him and Michael have conversations like every other day on the phone. Oh, Michael thinks Derek's cute.
Do you want to rub beers together and start a brush fire?
Oh.
So I think that's just like a part, like the people we're holding close is like just dependable. Derek will be there for anything, and we love him.
And also, too, I'm sorry, I believe my mom might get enlisted as a craft service for the next project, because there's certain things that everybody has their own personal touch on the film, and Josephine's sugar cookies was a huge one here. And that was based on my mom's sugar cookies when I was growing up. Every year she spent days making these cookies. It was all about the cookies. There's something special about it. And I was able to confirm that it is a recipe based on her mom. So it was something that she's passing down to us kids. I always remembered it was important, but I couldn't remember exactly where. So she had a lot of fun making them for us and everything like that. So she did a good job too.
That's really, I mean, that's like, that's the truth, like, why you guys are here. Like, you brought the cookies.
Right.
That was part of the deal, is bringing the dope cookies.
One of the last things I want to say, because I assume we're getting towards the end, is, and don't look at me, look away. Man, working with Brittany is something else. Like, this is the second project that we've directed together, and
pizza.
And yeah, she's good at ordering pizza. Man, Brittany does. It's funny too, because I didn't actually get to see the credits, so I don't know how it came up, but it better be her first.
And it better say the boss.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Brittany is, like, her attention to detail is amazing. Her and I probably spent a good, like, 8 hours if you put it all together, like, with, like, 2 a.m. phone calls. You know, from like both of us, but mostly from her, and I ain't mad about it, but mostly from her because she had caught something that nobody else caught. Like, yeah, if I have to co-direct or work with anybody, Brittany's at the top of the, don't look at me, look away. Brittany's at the top of the list, man, like just an absolute consummate professional. And like there are other people that are professionals, but only so many people are that smart and catch all of that. So,
That's my girl.
Yeah, that's, yep. So, I just really wanted to reiterate, and here's the thing, man, like, so when I was younger and growing, you know, even as an adult and I'm watching movies, like, the only thing you care about is who's in the movie. Like it's Keanu Reeves or it's Patrick Swayze. Yeah, I'm showing my age. Or like whatever it happens to be. But very rarely do people look at like, oh shit, that was directed by such and such. And I'm telling you, anything that you see that has Britney's name on it, like killing it, man. So fantastic experience. The next time I have to direct something, I'm going to be like, Brittany, will you please help me? Because, like, I'm a big picture guy, and I just like, yeah, this is the vision I have. And she's like, yeah, but in order to do that, you have to not screw up X, Y, Z. Yeah. So.
Okay, our camera's going to die soon, but how could I not come in and say, obviously, Damien, but that's all I have to say. Well, let's wrap it up. No, I'm just kidding. I will say the number one thing, if you feel stressed making an independent film, get not an assistant director, get a partner, get a teammate. And Damien, I don't know if you know us personally, we are not the same people. We are total opposites.
So not.
And I'm just saying, I went into it very like, I'm going to fight him. I'm going to fight him on every single thing. And it just came to a point in one of the table reads or discussions that I was like, you know what? Damien is my partner. Damien is my partner, and we have to get on board with decisions, and then we have to fight everybody else. But we need to be partners on it. And I think the moment that happened and we talked about it, it like changed everything. So I recommend getting a partner, and I recommend getting Damien as partner because he was awesome. I mean, like we're not alike, we're different,
Not
and
even
like
a
maybe
little.
that's why it worked. He can take criticism well. He'll you know, if you have a hill you're dying on, he will back up. He will back up. I know his term. And he really is all about like for the greater good. He has things he wants to fight for, and truly, he is the one person who has taught me, like, back up. Let this person fight for what they want because it really is, like, for the greater good. I don't, you know, people who know me, I'm a control freak. And if anything, Damien has helped me get better a little bit. And so super grateful for Damien. We're wrapping up. So just Cooper, you were the star of the show, man. You did amazing. You got those freaking cute cheeks, man. We just all want to, like, you're so adorable. You did awesome. Sabrina, you killed it not only with, like, the decorations and the sugar cookies and everything. You brought that mom energy. I know that, like, maybe Cooper felt that at different points. And just...
For the record, nobody ever wants to hear that you brought mom energy.
I always say, like... I always say behind your back, like, I think Sabrina and I vibe so hard. We are the same person.
You are the same person.
10 years apart. Andrew, we love you, man. You're like bringing good ideas. You came to set super prepared, blew us all away. Kevin. Oh, yep. Kevin, obviously we're like super excited for you to be here, and I'm glad you messaged us 4 years ago about no reply, and then we ghosted you for 3 years. And, I'm glad it like came full circle, and you're actually here, and a team player. Derek, always a pleasure to have you. Like, it's awesome.
That's my motherfucker.
We love Derek. We love your beard. You're doing awesome. Hey.
No, his beard's gross. I want to throw up my mouth.
I'm a beard person. And so Michael's got a good beard. To Cole, like, dude, we've said it. You brought a special something to this film. Like, it made us giggle, made us laugh. Yep. You're the go-to guy. Are we done? Oh, no, sorry. Hold on. Cooper's parents for bringing the big screen.
Yeah. Brett and Jen, what's up, motherfuckers?
Kevin's brother for being on the thing. He's your brother. He's the brother.
Joe.
Yeah. Joe. Yes, Joe. Joe, man. Joe. I need to see him in here. What am I doing? Joe. Kevin's parents for the sugar cookies and. Gosh, am I forgetting someone? I hope not. Oh, Jacob, of course. Jake.
Say his name if you know you want to.
Last but not least, my mom, Josephine Papagni.